Hi everyone, welcome back to Coloritaville. We are going to get into something that I got yesterday, so I've never used these. I just went through and wrote down the colors on the color chart, and it's the Blick Studio Artist Colored Pencils. They're high pigmented, blendable, and fade resistant. And on the back, we've got all sorts of information here. We've got all of the colors for the color chart. Professional grade, highly pigmented and colored pencils. They're silky smooth. They lay down ideal for drawing, illustrating, and coloring. They've got balanced shades, rich fade resistant colors. They don't have any information on what their color light fastness is, so I don't know if they are light fast. They have different sets available. I have the 72 set here, and all 72 colors are also sold individual. So these are available in open stock, which is wonderful. All right, let's take a look at these pretty colors. The tin is not hinged, so you just take off the lid. And they're very nice looking pencils. I find that they're quite thick. And they have a taper at the end here. Let's see if I can get it to focus on that. And it kind of looks like it's been sharpened down a little bit just to give it that rounded edge. But the cores are nice and thick. They look really good. I did have one that looked a little broken. Let's see, this yellow here looks a little broken in the box. When I open the box, there is a layer of cellophane that wraps right around the pencils, right around the box. So they are well protected. I got these from Blick, the store. So when they came in the box, they were also protected by a cushion of those inflated packing material. So in order to get to the second layer, they've incorporated this little lift thingy here. And it's just a piece of cardboard with their name on it. It says lift up, and it wraps around the back side of this tray and makes it so much easier to lift the tray out because there's no little handles or anything else. So in order to get this tray out, it might be a little more difficult if you pull your trays out to put them in your cases. So we're going to swatch these today, and I will do a swatching, and then I will, of course, test them on our page that we've been testing our colors on in the Christmas Mandalas by Camelia Anjakova. Almost got it. So we'll be also testing the Blicks on there as well. So let's get started here. Just going to actually do up the swatch. I will probably hit fast forward on it for you so you don't have to sit here and watch me swatch the entire thing in an hour. It will make sure that it goes through pretty quickly for you. And then we will come back to regular time and do the coloring. All right. Thanks a lot for joining me. I will be back after we get these swatched and continue this conversation. Hi everyone, welcome back to Coloritaville. We're working on the Blick Studio pencils. I finished up the color swatch now. I did forget to put the light brown in. That's what this little one on the end is. One of the things that I noticed about these pencils is they are done in the Czech Republic. They do have a barcode on them and a little number here. And I don't know if that is the color number. Most pencils have it down here, so I don't know. They're really, they're named. They're nice thick pencils. I did find that while doing the light colors, the light side of the color, it's really, really, really light. So you might have to do several different layers. The heavy handedness seems to work really well with these pencils. Let's see if I can get you a better, closer picture than that. Doesn't look like it from here. I might have to switch to the other camera for that. It has a good range of colors. It doesn't have enough pinks as far as I'm concerned. It only has one skin tone, but of course you can make several skin tones with different things. It has a good abundance of reds for the number of pencils in this set. And that sort of thing. It does have plenty of browns, which some sets just don't have very many browns. Another thing I did notice while I was doing them is some of them tend to be a bit flaky, more in the hard areas. So if you're heavy-handed, you might get a lot of fleck on your page. And other than that, they seem to be fairly nice pencils. I'll have to color with them and try them out. One of the reasons why I got this set was on Coloring Bliss. They did a blending challenge to see how far her samples could be blended with a blending agent, and the Blicks were #1 in that. So we'll see how they go. They're okay on softness. They're not really soft, but they're not scratchy hard either. So all right, well, let's grab our book here. And another thing that I noticed about these pencils is getting the pencils out of the lower tray is a bit difficult. So it may be one of those things that you want to get together first and pull all the pencils out to put them in your pencil bag. Of course, I didn't, mark the page that we've been coloring because that would have been smart. And of course, we've done the Black Widows, and we've done the Artezas, and we've done the Amazon Basics. So up here, we're going to do the Blicks. So we're going to start with the, let's see, I think we'll start with the Cherry Red. And like I said, the colors do have their names on them. Okay. Seems to have fairly good coverage. Like I said, if you're just coloring lightly, you're going to want to go over things 2 or 3 times to get the color that you want. And of course, coloring heavy-handed is going to kill the tooth of your paper. So try not to do that. But it can be frustrating sometimes when you're going over and over and over something to get the color that you want. That's not too bad. I only had to go over it 3 or 4 times just to get the deep red that I wanted. And this is a cherry red. So it's middle of the road red. It's not a light red, it's not a dark red, it's a middle of the road red. I apologize for the background noise. I completely forgot to turn off the television. And of course, while I'm talking, the Alexa has decided that it needs to talk back. And, at some point, I'm quite sure the dog will bark, the children will come by, or the train will come by. So I do apologize for any background noise. If it drowns me out, let me know in the comments below. And I will try to make sure that next time I go through the whole house and keep things as quiet as I can. Okay. So as you can see, I've already gone over this 2 times. This is my third go, and it's finally giving me the color that I wanted there. I'll just go over it one more little time just to make sure that I've got all the white spot covered. Of course, we're going to blend these as well just to see how well they work with the blending pencil. Now we're going to take a deeper red. Let's see our chart here. And I think the best one for that would be Bordeaux red, which is, I do believe, right here. Yeah. So this is a Bordeaux red. It's in the purple areas, but I wanted something that's dark enough that it's going to give the shadow. And it doesn't seem to be going on very well over top of the red. Well, hopefully I'm going to switch you over to the other camera just so you have a better idea of what's going on with this Bordeaux red. So just give me a second and I will switch that over for you. Now I'm going to place you here so you can see. I apologize for the shadow. Let's see if I can get you in there without the shadow. Of course not. There, that's better. Okay, so as you can see, that the shadow line that I want is there, but it's not blending in very well. And I don't know if that's from the type of paper this is, or if that's just the pencils don't want to blend together. The number of layers that have to go down could be too much for this paper. Okay. Okay with that. I think we've got a bit of a shadow there, so it looks like yeah, that's pretty good. So the color is there. The eye does see the shadow, which is a good thing. My difficulty is in areas such as right here, where it didn't take at all, and it just looks like there's little white spots through it, but there's not. Same with down here. Right there is another spot. We will see how that goes as we blend it and bring the colors together. Now for the greens, we're going to go with dark green, a sap green, and May green, I think. So let's grab those. Another thing I noticed is there's not a lot of watercolors, like ocean colors. There's blue, green, and that's about it. And I want there's sap green. And dark green. Okay, so those are our 3 greens that we're going to use. So we've got May green, dark green, and sap green. Now the sap green and the dark green, dark green of course is the darkest. So we'll do the edges and the center area of the leaf with them. And of course any areas that we need to shadow. I know this is not the normal way to do it. The normal way to do it would be to do the light color first and then go into the dark. My brain knows this is the way it's supposed to be done, but I want this to blend into that lighter color so that it's not as dark. Because sometimes the darker colors are really dark and sometimes they're not. And you end up with too dark of a color. So we just do the dark color first and lighten it up with the other colors. That's how I do it anyway. If, like I said, there's no rules in coloring. You do it your way, the way you like to do it. A lot of people say that you lay down the light color first so that it doesn't overpower the dark color. Because light will lay on top of dark easier than, and take over more than dark is going to lay over light. And that's what they say. So of course, once again, we're going to color this in and leave our area for the light source. Of course, like I said, there is no rules in coloring. You can do it however way you like, however way your brain tells you to do it. When I was a kid, I was always taught, do everything in the dark first, and that way when you can do your outline and you can color it all in with the lighter color. As I became an adult and started doing adult coloring and watched videos, and my mom's an adult colorist and she's the one that got me into it. And she would always tell me, do your light colors first because, they're just going to take over your dark colors if you don't. And sometimes I do. And in this instance, I want the light color to take over the dark color a little bit, just to give it a little bit of life, just to wake it up a little bit. So that light looks like it's bouncing all over the leaf, not just in that one area. Okay, so there's our happy little leaf. Now, it's not too bad. It just seems to be a little more movement of the dark than on the other leaves. Then there was, down the center lines and whatnot. So I'm just going to take this dark green again and just darken that up a little bit more. And that's the great thing about coloring, is there is no right way. There's no wrong way. There's your way. And everybody has their own way. And I apologize if my hand is in the way of anything that I'm doing. I'm trying to keep an eye on the camera and my hand and the picture, and I may not be doing a very good job on making sure that they're all separated. Okay. So let's get these back in the box here. Now we're going to move on to the snowflake, and now we have an ice blue in here, as well as a, I think no, light blue might be the best one. So ice blue, maybe even azure. I think this one was the closest to what we already used. No. Hopefully this is working, because I didn't turn that back on. I did. Okay. Hold your ears. I gotta sharpen the pencil a bit. Oh, sharpening the pencil broke the pencil. So we're going to hand sharpen the pencil and see if hand sharpening the pencil works. Okay. So hand sharpening the pencil worked fine. Got a nice good sharp point on it. Now I'm going to unjam my electric sharpener. I try not to hand sharpen things because every once in a while my hands cramp up really bad, and then I can't use them for days. So I try really hard not to use my hand sharpener. And then I look like my hands are broken. And I've got to do some stuff today. So it is a happy Friday, of course. Now tomorrow we've got our Color Along in Kirby Roseanne's book, as well as a special live chat and swatch of the Master 150 color pencil set. During the live color and swatch, we have several different things happening. We have a new program that's going to help us do random drawings and whatnot. And we have a couple of prizes that we're going to do. I'm not going to say what they are or how many or anything like that, because you're going to have to come and join in with the program that we have found. You have to be active in chat during the live stream. So if you're just sitting there and you're not doing anything, or you're listening to the channel but you're not participating in it, the program sees that and may disqualify you if you're not active. Of course, that you can ask questions and anything else, make suggestions throughout the entire chat. It is a swatch and chat. I'm there to talk to you guys, to answer any questions you may have. The other admins will probably be in chat as well. So, if you have any questions for them, Donna will probably be there. So, if you have any questions for any of us, ask. We are there to answer them for you. So I finished with the dark blue, and I'm moving on to this ice blue. And it seems to be doing quite well. One of the things I also noticed in this set is they do have a metallic gold and a metallic silver in the set. The silver seems to be really, really well pigmented, and the gold is a brownie gold, not one of those greeny golds. So it's pretty good too. I prefer the yellowy golds, but they have a yellow gold ochre next to the gold in this set. So I'm going to play with it a bit and see if I can make a yellow gold between the two of those and make it a metallic yellow gold. it's one of those things that you have to have time to play with it. And today is not my day for time to play with things, I think. I still got to go grocery shopping and do all those lovely weekend chores before the weekend because I've got other things that I want to do over the weekend with you guys. And I would much rather be doing them than going grocery shopping. Personally, I'm not a shopper. I prefer to do my shopping online. Keeps me away from COVID and everything else. I have enough issues. I don't need to COVID on top of it. All right, we're almost done with this snowflake. Then I'll go over it with the blending pencil and we'll see what that is going to do for us. Hopefully my phone doing whatever it's doing isn't going to shut off the camera again. I think it did that earlier. Hopefully it didn't mess up the swatch part of the video. Okay, so we've got the light blue and the Philantheo blue, well, ice blue. I'm not quite sure. Phthalo blue done. So we're going to take our Prisma blending pencil because it's one of the only ones I have for wax. And we're just going to try to blend into some of those little divots that I saw in that red. Maybe I can get rid of them that way. Well, it seems to be blending quite well, which is good. That's another thing I noticed on the swatch chart. There's not a lot of white on the swatch chart. So I'm not getting a lot of the tooth showing through when you lay down the color. My problem is sometimes I'm finding that the color, like with the reds, aren't laying down together very well. But I think with the blending pencil, you can bring them together okay. Same with the greens. With the blending pencil, it seems to be making them come together all right. Of course, make sure you wipe off your blending pencil when you go from a dark color to a light color. Otherwise, that dark color is going to be in your light colors. And you don't want that. Okay. Yeah, see, it looks like it's coming together okay once you use the blender. Okay, so of course you could probably hear Kelly Clarkson start up on her show today because I forgot to turn off the TV and she is singing. I absolutely love Kelly Clarkson's voice. It's very soothing sometimes. And this is a really pretty song that she's singing. If you can't hear it, I'm sorry. I'm not sure if you can watch Kelly Clarkson's TV show on YouTube or not. My hand is probably right in your guys' way. Okay, so we've got that all blended together. So I think it's done pretty good. I think, the ice blue is more similar to the Arteza's blue. I'm going to switch you over back to the other camera just so that I can show you that on a larger screen area. Okay, so we've got, let's move you up. There we go. We've got this one here, which is the Blick. And then down here, we've got the Artezas. And I think they're very similar in shading with the blues. And I think the Black Widows and the Amazon Basic light blues are very similar there. Now the greens, I think are close to the Black Widows for the darkness of the greens. And so are the reds, I think. I think the reds are very close to the Black Widows as well. I think so far what reds I really like are the Arteza. But so far, that's our swatch book so far. It seems that these do quite well with blending, with the blending pencil. They are, like I said, open stock. They do have the name of the color on it. The shafts are all color coded in the color that is supposed to be in the pencil. On the back side, they have a little barcode, and I do believe the color number, but I'm not positive if that's the color number for purchasing or that sort of thing. I think it's just a part of the purchase number and the information for purchasing them individually. These are open stock and can be purchased open stock. So with that, I will remind you, if you want to join us at the Cozy Coloring Corner at Coloritaville on Facebook, just make sure that you fill out the application and a admin will get you in as soon as possible. Tomorrow we're going to have a couple of different color alongs. First of all, we're going to finish up with Color Morphia by Curry Roseanne, and we'll finish that up with the Faber-Castell Pitt pens. And then at noon, my time, that's Pacific Standard Time, we will also be doing a color and swatch of the Master 150 color pencils. So we'll be adding to this book too if we get through the 150 pencils, because that's a lot of pencils. And we will be doing both of those live. So I hope that you can join us, and it will be so good to see you out there. Keep yourself active in chat. We have a couple of giveaways to do during that color along. So I really, really hope to see y'all out there. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day and have fun coloring. Bye-bye now.